Live Seeds podcast fam. Welcome back. I am your host, Deja Terry, and for all of my new subscribers and new listeners, thank you so much, and welcome home. Kick off your shoes and grab your notepads because we are about to dive in. And really, y'all, this has been on my heart heavy today. And I've actually been writing and really just thinking, okay, God, what do you want me to tell them today? And really been thinking about this all week. And the title of tonight's podcast is What About Us? And, for most of my life, I haven't thought about us. And us for me is my spirit living in me and my outer, physical body. And until this summer, I never put us first. I always thought about everyone else's goals, everyone else's dreams and aspirations. And I always thought about, amazing ideas and solutions for everybody else's purpose and dreams. And it was just my heart. And it wasn't until I learned that the seeds planted in my heart, when I was created, to live and to carry and to pour and to create, solutions to problems and, aspiring things, was because it's a part of my purpose. But because I didn't understand that at the time, I was, pouring the gift that God gave me for a specific purpose and time into things that were amazing and into people that were amazing. But it became, a hindrance for me. And I couldn't see that. And I would spend countless hours, pouring my gift into everybody else but myself. And you would think, oh yeah, you're supposed to pour. But when you're not feeling yourself, it's when it becomes a problem. And I didn't understand why I was so drained and I was so tired physically and really spiritually drained. And it was because I was using my gift, but I wasn't pouring that same gift into me. And I would do this until I would literally just pass out from exhaustion, on a bed, of course. But I learned the hard way. And I have to not only, preserve my gift, but build me first. And because of this, I can say that my gift was used to help push some people, further that God placed in front of me intentionally, yes. But were there a few that walked in front of me that I was supposed to let keep walking? And that's yes. Your gifts are not for everybody. And when you place something God gave you into the wrong place, it's used excessively and it's pulled from by people who are abusing it and using it for their own gain and not filling you up. And we realize we have nothing left for ourselves. And, and we have nothing left for our, the divine connections that God is sending our way. We have nothing left for our spouse who we have to encourage, lift, and push every day for the rest of our lives. And we're not really doing our assigned jobs. Many of us become so confused as to why we flip the switch to the gift on and it's not working like it should. And God is literally testing the very product and gift that He put in us. And He's asking, are we qualified for the job? And God says, if we're not qualified to do the job and do it right, He will give it to someone else. And this is why it's so important to take care of us first. Gifts have to be fueled, and us not taking the time to get nourishment and nourish ourselves is like having a beautiful G-Wagon with no gas. And there are times we truly think our intentions, for helping are really good, but we cannot use our gift for just any occasion. And you can't just share with everyone what gifts you possess, because remember how the enemy is on assignment too. and will bring into people into our lives to drain us and to take the very gift that God has given us. And so, we have to protect it. And, back to us, some of us choose to put all of our gifts and energy into others because we are afraid we will fail in our own endeavors, or we do for other people what we wish was done for us. And in turn, we get the feeling and the satisfaction and fulfillment of accomplishing someone else's goals, that it subconsciously flicks this switch that makes us believe, one, you're closer to fulfilling your own dreams, and or it gives you the idea subconsciously that you have completed a goal for yourself. And when really you've just fallen further back, and we look up 2 to 3 years down the line, and with your help through the gifts that God gave you, and you help people, now they are opening businesses and they're getting degrees and they're getting rich, famous, you name it, and you're happy and you cheer and you clap, and then you leave the celebration and you go back home to a mattress on the floor because you gave your frame away for the new house. You come home to a pack of ramen noodles and peanut butter because you wanted to give your groceries away and make sure, that they had food for their new house. And you said, it's okay, God will come through. And the thing is, yes, He will. The groceries and the bed frame was a gift for you in your new apartment. That was God trying to come through for you. But you gave the exact thing God was gifting you with to come through for you to somebody else. And these are just examples of what's also happening spiritually. You have to come first. When you're pregnant, who comes first? The mama. She has to feed herself in order to feed her seed, to give birth to the promise that was placed inside of her. And we get so caught up in trying to impress people and prove to people that we're worthy enough or we're good enough to keep. Because some of us are so used to being given away when we don't give. And I'm here to tell you, you are enough. You are enough. And what you have right now and what God has put inside of you is enough. And you don't have to go and prove, that to be true any longer. People who choose not to lean into God's kingdom are the ones who feel they have to prove something, not to God, but to the world. And whether it's a friend, whether it's a boyfriend, a girlfriend, a family member, you don't have to give so much of yourself where instead of pulling from God, the source, we're looking for all these different pieces to fit this picture of us that looks like we're put together, when really we are broken into pieces because we choose to stretch ourselves so thin. And even if you are giving of yourself with the other person lifting you and pouring back into you, that is still not enough fuel than you pouring into you. Don't disregard yourself. You are worthy of success. You are worthy of investing in, but let God fill you. Don't go looking for others to do it, because all it is a temporary boost. Like when you get the star in Super Mario, eventually it's gonna run out. And so you have to, let the wall that you lean on be the one you built, because then you can trust it to hold your weight. Understand? So take care of you first. If everything, were to disappear like when Thanos snaps, it would just be you and God. So start seeing around you that way. And I personally did not take care of me for so long. And I'm just now learning to spiritually preserve my gifts for the right people. And I'm just now learning to fall in love with me and to fall in love with God when I'm refueling myself. So catch it now and don't wait. I could have avoided so much had I just done this sooner. And sometimes we have to go through the depths of hard times in order for us to truly learn and understand. And I've been sent on assignment to ensure that that is not you. Fix it now. Focus on you now. Take care of you first. Fill you up first before you go pouring and filling into someone else. Make sure you're full first. How can you give away gas when you have an orange light on that says you're empty? It's impossible. And it's not logical. So pour into you. Grow yourself. Take the time to put it aside to say, I'm going to refuel myself. And it's not going to be the question of, what about us? What about me? It's going to be, let me take care of me. Then I'll get back to you. You got this. So I love you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. And I hope you enjoyed this one. And I will catch you in the next one. You have been listening to the Ellipses podcast with Deja Terry. Good night, guys, and I love you.